Hello guys and welcome to the next video. In today's video we're going to be discussing the preview of the semi-final matches of the Australian Open. The two matches that will be played will consist of four players. The first match will be Djokovic against Sinner, and then the next match will be discussing Zverev versus Medvedev. So let's get to the first match. So the first match is Djokovic and Sinner, who are the world number one and world number four respectively. This is going to be a good match, and both players have looked very impressive in the tournament. Djokovic, in the last match, he won in 4 sets against Taylor Fritz, and Sinner won in straight sets against Andrei Rublev. In my opinion, I think Djokovic will start as favourite. And the reason why I say that is because in my past video I talked about how the reason why I think Djokovic will win the tournament is just because he has that experience and that mental fortitude to overcome the opponents that he's facing. We know that Sinner has the ability to beat Djokovic, but he hasn't been to the semi-finals of the Australian Open, and he hasn't faced a player like Djokovic in the latter stages of this tournament. So I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Sinner to stay with Djokovic in a best of 3 to 5 set match. And what I mean is that he needs to play at least 80% of his capacity or above. He needs to basically play the match of his life, actually. No, forget 80%. He needs to play 100% match of his life. And it's because the courts suit Djokovic's style of play. He just loves the court, the fast courts. He's able to hit deep, flat. He's able to fasten the pace as well, which suits his game. Whereas Sinner, with him, is that he makes a lot of errors when he's being rushed. So it's going to be quite difficult for him to, not make as many errors. And also against somebody like Djokovic, he forces errors out of the opponents, and Sinner, if he doesn't play at his best of his ability, he will make errors. There's no doubt about that. And plus, Sinner doesn't have the serve that Taylor Fritz had. And look how Djokovic just broke Taylor Fritz's serve like it was nothing in the match. So I think Djokovic going into the match is definitely the favourite. So let's talk about the second match, which is even more of a tasty affair, I think, and even more even, 50-50, I would say. Both players have played multiple 5-set matches in the tournament. They've been on court for so long that I don't know if they're gonna have enough energy to even last, or I would say play at a good level in the semi-finals. The reason why I say that is that both players, Medvedev first, he looks very, very tired. Even in the interview, he said how he's just tired, he's spent, he's drained. It took it out of him basically. But I think Medvedev, even though he says that, I think he'll be ready for the semi-finals. Hopefully he's ready, and hopefully Zverev is ready as well, because during his match against Alcaraz, as impressive as he was limping at the end. I don't know what happened there, but actually I do know what happened. In the interview, he said that he had blood on his foot. I think he's got multiple blisters. Or the interview said something like that. But even though Zverev was putting on a brave front, he does look injured, and he does look like he's very tired as well. So let's just see how he fares. But I will say this about Zverev. He looked very, very impressive against Alcaraz. 85% first serves. No wonder why he dominated for the first 2 sets and 3 quarters, because he was winning 6-1, 6-3, and he was leading 5-2 before Alcaraz came back and won the 3rd set in the tiebreak. But yes, Zverev he looked very, very impressive. And if he produces that performance against Alcaraz, against Medvedev, I think he's the favourite and potentially get through to the final, because it was just unreal. The first 2 sets, Alcaraz just didn't have a chance. He didn't get a sniff in. Okay, Alcaraz made a lot of errors, right? We know that. But Zverev forced those errors out of him because how well he was playing, and Alcaraz, he just couldn't handle the level, and mentally he just wasn't with it. And then of course Zverev gave him a chance in the third set. He should have won he should have won the match in straight sets, but he didn't. But tennis is just a weird sport like that. Tennis just can go either. It can go either way, or the tides can turn. So sometimes things like this happen. But fourth set, Zverev came back, and he, even though he was disappointed about the third set, you can see it on his face. He came back and he won the match. So I just think Zverev, he's just very motivated to win the tournament because obviously he hasn't won a Grand Slam yet, and also guys, he's got his first top 5 victory in a Grand Slam tournament, so that's going to give him a whole load of confidence. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Zverev is fit for the semi-finals and he produces another great performance against Medvedev. We'll just see I just hope, guys, that is a great match. I hope both semi-finals were in for a treat. I just hope, because tennis, it needs that. And I said in my video before that Djokovic dominating the game at age 36, it is embarrassing. And you need tennis. We need tennis as a sport in general to have a lot of competition. We need it, guys. So let's just pray. Let's just hope that we get the matches that we want to see, because it has been a good tournament. And yeah, like, that's just my opinion on what's going to happen in the semi-finals. All right, guys, take care. And if you got any questions, comment down below, and I'll answer those questions as well. And yeah, it's one of those things that tennis is just a good sport to discuss. So yeah, if you got any questions, write down a comment below, and take care of yourself, guys. All right, bye.